Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday evening. I hope you are all well. I hope the weekend in theory has started. I hope it's going to treat you well. Obviously, I know Spurs play tomorrow, so obviously, hopefully Spurs win their last preseason game heading into the new Premier League season. But in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit around Barcelona interest in Sergio Reguilon. Is he the next guy out of the club in terms of first team squad-ish players? We'll talk about Newcastle's interesting interest in Dejan Kulusevski. We're going to be talking about the Dominic Solanke contract. We're going to talk about the players who have missed a lot of preseason due to injury or international commitments. We're talking about who's back for the game tomorrow. The Emerson Royal contracts offer. Well, I say offer, but the Emerson Royal contract. We're talking about that as well. So, yeah, a lot to get into. Just want to say, if you're watching this, you need to subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And I've just noticed that Spain have won the Olympics gold medal over France 5-3. Crikey, missed a good game there. I was at the pub, so I couldn't watch it. Another live Spurs. Absolutely. Regi can make this week so good, potentially. All I say is Eze and Bakayoko, let's get it done. Would you have traded Johnson for Neto? Just because you're here, Kyrie? Absolutely not, because I know it will wind you up. That's why I'll say no. So let's jump in. Let's talk some bits and bobs. Let's start with the Sergio Reguilon news. So it's exclusive from Lyle Thomas through Sky Sports saying that Barcelona have been making inquiries about Tottenham left-back Sergio Reguilon. They're exploring the conditions of the potential deal with just a year left on his Spurs contract. Now, if I'm honest, I don't know a lot about Barcelona's left-back situation. I know they got Balde, and that's pretty much all of my knowledge. Obviously, I think Cancelo would have been featuring at left-back last season, but obviously now he's back at Manchester City. This obviously is a much cheaper deal than João Cancelo. I think we could all agree on that. You know, to be honest, I reckon Spurs would even probably just let Barcelona take on Sergio Reguilon without a fee. I genuinely think Spurs will, as long as Barca take on his wages, I think Spurs would be all over that just to get him off the books, another one out of the door. And as much as we've talked about that report that was earlier in the week, talking about how Spurs want to get, well, I say Spurs, but you know what I'm talking about, want to get players off the wage bill. So this would obviously suit that bill. I mean, just a quick look at, because I don't know off by the top of my head, Sergio Reguilon weekly wage. It's going to be a real rough estimate, but they reckon £53,000. I reckon it might be a little bit more than that. But regardless, I think Daniel Levy probably would bite the bullet and just say, if they take the wages, grand, you can have him, not a problem. I think, look, he's a good guy, he's a nice guy, but he doesn't. It's like when we talk about Emerson Royal, he just doesn't work in ange ball. You need to be able to defend in space, but also attack. Neither of those players can do both. They can do one, and Sergio Reguilon's all right at one, but you know he's no good at the defending side. And Emerson's great at defending, offering you nothing in attack. So this makes a ton of sense. So I'm all on board with this one. And look, if it's another one out of the door, you know, you could be a staunch Levy hater. You could be a staunch Levy lover. I think you'd all agree the outgoing side of this window has been nothing short of superb. So many have left. So many are out the door now that a lot of them we don't ever have to think about. You don't have to think about Ryan Sessegnon, Jaffet Tanganga. You don't have to think about Joe Rodon. You don't think about Ndombele. You don't have to think about, you know, Dyers and you know what I mean? Like, that has been a real concerted effort. I know obviously it benefits a lot, but it has been a very good job. And it was a lot of work to do, and they have done well to get rid of that many people. Wilfred Zaha and Crystal Palace. That's right, okay. Must have missed that when I was at the pub. I would like us to bring back KWP and Edwards. Well, if we're talking about fullbacks, you know, Walker Peters obviously makes a bit of sense, but I'm not sure about Edwards. Just get back Yoko, and it was a good window. Solanke to outscore Ollie Watkins this season. Good signing. All right, fair enough. What's been said so far? Just talk about Sergio Reguilon and Barcelona. You haven't missed anything too much, Grieven, mate. I'll donate to his plane ticket. Let's go. Wheels are turning. Some people don't rate Kulu, but I really hope he says, well, let's get there in a minute. We'll talk about Kulu in a minute. All right. Barca won't alone and not buy. Well, he's only got 1 year left on his contract, so I don't think Spurs are going to be making big money on Sergio Reguilon. You know, I think Spurs genuinely, if someone just went, we'll take his weekly wage off you, we'll pay it all, no aggro. I genuinely think Spurs would be all over that. I just think so, because it's another thing that you can forget about for the window. You know, Solanke could sign, personally like him. I think you put a question mark, Zane. I don't know what the question is there. Reguilon will go to Barca on loan, then leave on a free. Potentially, yeah. No, it's not. It's not potential. You're not going to be able to get both, Shroomsy, mate. Who would you personally go for as our next signing? Well, we'll come back to that in a minute, Boy from the Lane, because we're going to rattle through some news stories first, and then we can chat about that. So, Boy from the Lane, cracking name, by the way. Bring that back to me in about 10 minutes' time, and then we'll chat, if that's all right with you, mate. But yeah, so there's that on Sergio Reguilon. Moving over to just give you a shout on what's happening with the Dominic Solanke situation. Apparently, he's starting his medical tonight, supposedly so. He's signing a 6-year contract. So that's a statement of intent. Obviously, Spurs will stretch out a lot of his remaining amount after the first initial amount to Bournemouth, stretched out over years. So yeah, there you go. 6-year contract. Supposedly, he's set to travel his medical. Maybe he might start it tonight, but hopefully be sorted and announced Sunday or Monday. I think would probably be a fair shout there. So there's that on Solanke and a 6-year deal. Ignore the thumbs up again. I was looking at somewhere else. I've just come back and seen some thumbs up. That's right, Zane. I like to break your heart. I'm trying my best, Streamsy, mate. Will Solanke play tomorrow? No, he won't be registered in time. Back at it again. Quality work. Cheers, Patrick, mate. Cheers. I had a Guinness at the pub, but I'm back on the summer fruit squash. Come on. Happy with him. Yes, Sam. Save a place for me. What is the price for Solanke? Well, look, they said 57 plus add-ons. They reckon it could reach 65, but there you go. And he said in his press conference he's looking strength for the final third, so I'm hoping for a new winger. You are right to hope that, Warren. Moving over to, well, in theory, a winger, and potentially leaving. I'm not going to put much into this. So, how would I sum this up? So there's been some reports, mostly from the Newcastle side of things. And this is, by the way, I don't think there's anything in this. I just want to quickly get it out in the stratosphere and then rip it apart myself. And it said that Newcastle exploring a loan-to-buy deal for Noni Madueke and Spurs' Kulusevski. He goes on to clarify a loan-to-buy is being explored for Madueke, not Kulusevski. Unclear if Spurs would entertain a sale, but any move for Kulusevski would almost certainly be a pricey permanent deal that likely relies on Newcastle securing a few sales. Interest is 100% there, though, which, you know, that could be true. That absolutely could be true that Newcastle will have interest in him. And we talked about Napoli's interest in him earlier this window, and I said, if Napoli want him, it's going to cost more than we bought him for. So you're looking at about 50 million, right? If Newcastle want him, we've just seen what Pedro Neto's gone for, who statistically isn't as fit as much, output-wise, not any better than Kulu. Spurs are going to want 60-odd million from Newcastle easily, and they're not going to pay that. So this is a dead rubber story. He's not leaving. He's going to be useful this year because he's going to play different positions for us, which I've said in this on this channel for a while that we needed players that could be utility players, and we've got that now. Kulusevski is one of those guys. So yeah, he won't be moving. I just thought, get it out in the open, let you guys hear it, let me rip it apart, and we just skip on by it, you know. He's working in silence. Yeah, he's working in silence. Yeah. Oh, Yo and Lang. Yeah. I think Deke thing is, yeah, as you just saw, Caleb, mate, absolute nonsense. He's not going anywhere. Solanke a record signing for Spurs. In theory, yes. Solanke to play tomorrow. No, he won't be registered in time. He's starting his medical today. He won't be featuring tomorrow. His first game will be Leicester in the league. So there's that on Dejan Kulusevski. Moving a little bit over to give you, a shout on the Emerson Royal. He's obviously going to his medical. I believe the contract is a 4-year deal with an option to extend with another year. So probably a 5-year deal. a good sized contract for Emerson. I think I've said to you guys quite a lot. Sorry, quite a few times is probably the best way to describe it. He's getting a good move. The Milan move is a good move. It's a Champions League club, good city. He's getting a nice new contract. Probably gets a bit of a pay rise. Happy days. You know what I mean? Your opinion on chances of as a signing? Well, there's a chance. How high that chance is, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I reckon I'll be watching though. Maybe. Caleb, Emerson's played his last game. He won't be featuring tomorrow. Emerson will be going to Milan, so he won't be playing tomorrow. There you go. It's been announced. Anyone got an idea how Chelsea register? Yeah, they won't be registering all of them, mate. They won't be registering all of them. There's not all the spaces in the world. So talking about players who might play tomorrow, Destiny Udogie is available for tomorrow's match, and that came from Ange Postecoglou. So Destiny back, the best left back in the league, is back tomorrow, which I think we're all happy and excited to see him back, get some minutes in the legs. You know, if he can get at least half an hour, if he can get 45 minutes, amazing. But if he can get at least half an hour, we've then got another 10 days from today, but another 9 days to Leicester. He'll be fit to play against Leicester, which we're all bloody excited about. We're all happy and thrilled to see Destiny Udogie back. Or I know a few of you don't like how I say his last name, so just Destiny. But he did go on and talk about how, you know, your Mickey Van der Vens, your Christian Romero's, your Bentancurs, all could feature tomorrow, which I think they will. They may not, like I said, they may not play a full 45 minutes, but they might get at least half an hour. And if they get at least half an hour, it's massive for us, you know? Bloody Chelsea. Putting ketchup on my chips right now. Now, Shroomsy, you're American, so real quickly, this is a quick side note, not for anyone that's not Shroomsy or me. Shroomsy, do you mean chips like French fries or chips like crisps? We call them crisps. You tell me. Or they're poker chips, and that's just weird. 3 a.m. here Saturday, but I'm not going to miss this. Peace and love from Malaysia. Farhan, my guy. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. It's just about to go 8 p.m. here in England. Been training for 2 weeks, fully with the team, so you should get 45 minutes. Well, there you go. There you go. Is Lo Celso staying or not? I think Lo Celso will be moving on. But I think that will come towards the back end of the window. Yeah, the back end of the window. Anyone think the next signing we need is a set piece coach? No. Any FL team tips? What's FL? I'm talking about crisp ketchup on a flavored. Oh, you freak, Shroomsy. Oh, you and me are going to have a falling out over such a weird thing to do. If for the English in this chat, he's putting ketchup on his crisps. That's a weird thing to do. Check his hard drive is all I'm going to say. Check his hard drive. Yeah, so we obviously get the first team is back tomorrow, which will be very, very good. In terms of what I would say, oh yeah, there you go. Sorry, you're correct. Emerson Royal will travel to Milan on Sunday, so I think he'll get a chance to say goodbye tomorrow. He's not going to be playing tomorrow, but he'll get a chance to say goodbye tomorrow, which will be nice. You know, I think that's fair to say. You know, there's nothing. You know, he's been here for a few years. We actually like Emerson. You know, it's not like we don't like him. We actually do like him, but you know, he deserves a sending off. It's good. It's not good, Shroomsy. And pineapple on pizza, you and me are going to have fallen out. Fantasy league. Do you mean fantasy football? Well, I can't give you all my tips because I'm playing it. Which, by the way, if you do want to join the fantasy football league, go back and watch the video that I posted. The link in description. The link is in the comments to join. You've just got one rule. You've got to have at least 2 Spurs players in your team, one of which has to start at all times. If not, well, you can mix and match that, but one in your team at all times, but at least 2 in the squad. I wonder what changes would be made to the system if Eze was the one we went for. I think Eze would just fit the system really nicely, to be honest. He's such vibes. Yeah, I think we're all going to miss Emerson for the vibes. We're just not going to miss him for the football. It'd be great if he was like an ambassador. Like, tell you what, when he retires, make an ambassador for the club. I would be all on board with that because I'd love to see content of him in Richarlison. Joshua, my guy, how are you, mate? You right? Solanke in the crowd tomorrow, potentially. Saw Emerson saying bye to pursue my YouTube short. Yeah, it's like I said, he's a well liked player in the in the squad. You know, pineapple pizza. Yeah, pineapple does not belong in pizza. Agreed. I feel like Solanke could be announced at the game. Well, he may walk out with a shirt, maybe, but yeah, he definitely won't be playing at least. I wish Emerson was as good as his vibes. Oh, if Emerson was as good as his vibes, mate, he's the best player in the world. And he's winning a Ballon d'Or. Simple as that. Yeah, get him in with Richarlison as ambassadors when they both retire. I'm all for that. Next should be Bakayoko from PSV. I like Bakayoko. There's been no news on him for such a long time. With him and other clubs as well, there's been no news. So it makes me think he's staying at PSV. I could be wrong, obviously. Honestly, who could we have lined up for the right wing there? I've got no clue. There's loads of CDC. We've been linked to two from the Spanish league, one from the Portuguese league. Well, technically one from the Premier League. You could say Neto, but obviously that's not happening. Who else have we linked to? Chiesa, so one from the Italian league. Desiree Doué, French league. So we've been linked to quite a few. Definitely anime themed. Get Eze now and Yoko next. Yeah, give me Eze now. Give me Eze now. I'm all for that. So yeah, just quick roundup. Obviously, Emerson's deal, 4 years with an option to extend. Solanke's his 6th year, and he's travelling for his medical down. I assume he'll be starting it tonight, staying over at Hotspur Way, then continuing it tomorrow. Hopefully, gets all sorted tomorrow. I'd love for him to be at the stadium. He'll probably be at the stadium, maybe watching tomorrow, I reckon. So be good for that. Obviously, Reguilon and Barca, hopefully that's something that can pick up some steam. That's another one out the door, which would be fantastic. Obviously, Kulusevski to Newcastle's not going to be happening. They need to sell, supposedly, according to that Newcastle guy, they need to be selling. Remember, we're linked to Stanis Adumbo Mazumbo. What a name. What a name. You reckon we'd move to Eze and just have Kulu and Brennan as right-wing options? Mixing and matching. Congrats on the 3K. Yes, thank you all. We'll definitely say this. Thank you all to everyone that has subscribed. We passed 3,000 subscribers earlier this afternoon. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. You're all still welcome for the journey, even if you're the first or the 3,000th subscriber. You're all still welcome for the journey. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate you spending your Friday evenings or some of you on your Saturday mornings, CDC, out in New Zealand. I know you are for sure. Obviously, Malaysians and all sorts are in this chat. Australians all spending their Saturday mornings with me. So I appreciate that. And cheers from me and my summer fruit squash. I feel like Rafinha will be a good fit for us. Probably, yeah, but cost-wise, and he doesn't want to leave, you know. Annie, what's your prediction for the Bayern game? Top vid, by the way, and people, do subscribe and like this video. Coys and Andy. Appreciate the DJ Classic tunes. I'm going to, do you know what? I'm going to go 2-2. I think Kane will score, by the way, and I think Son will score. It's going to break my heart seeing Kane tomorrow. It's actually going to break. I never saw Bale really play back at Spurs. Modric was a bit weird, but Kane's is going to hurt. That's going to hurt seeing him in a Bayern shirt tomorrow. He better get he's going to get a great reception. I know he will, but he better do. Remember, they've been tapped sober, and we got the right guy. Mickey was the right guy. Emerson traveling to Milan Sunday. Thank God we got what we wanted from the Milan. Well, yeah, we were patient, and we were right to be patient. If we fought tomorrow badly, Solanke might count. No, definitely not. Definitely not. What's up? Tottenham go. What up? Tottenham go Coleman for Bayern Munich. I'm not sure what you mean, my friend. Thank God we got Van der Ven instead of yeah. I'm good, Philip. How are you? Rafinha would cost 67. I think Rafinha would cost about 40. I think 40, but his wages will be high. So again, you mean Coleman from Bayern? Don't think we. Oh, right. Yeah. Coleman. Yeah. We're not going to be getting Kingsley Coleman. The guy's on crazy wages. You want to talk about injury issues? There are concerns with him. We're not going to be going there. Yeah. Bayern want to move him on for a reason, and they want to bring in a Desiree Doué. Just fight Bayern for Desiree Doué. The one that killed me was Kane coming on a sub in the RB Leipzig game, playing well, but Danny Olmo pulled a mask us. I literally cried because I was in denial that he had left. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt seeing him tomorrow, Caleb. I'm going to be watching it. I'm not going to be doing a watch along, but I'll be watching it. And I'll look forward to seeing him, and I'll smile when seeing him, but it's going to suck seeing him at the same time. I'm not going to be liking it. Who will I start in the midfield tomorrow? If I'm honest, it will be probably something like Basuma, Sarr, and Madison. If I'm honest, you might have a Gray or a Bergvall start, maybe, but you'll probably start those three. You'll have obviously some of the South American boys back. So I would say Dragujin and maybe one other of either Mickey or Romero will start tomorrow. The other of them will get their 45 minutes in the second half. Porro obviously will be there. Destiny will get minutes. Obviously Big Vic. So who else? Yeah, Sonny will obviously start. Would they start Johnson or Kulu on the right? Is Richarlison fit? I can't remember. I didn't remember actually checking that. Finio is left-footed? Yeah. Is Desiree still on the market? He's an option on the right. Well, he lost in the final today at the gold medal game with Spain, so his tournament's now done. There's potential that look, the Spurs might take a punt in that game, that move and see, but I think it's all but assured he's going off to Bayern Munich. Hey Donna, how are you? Who do you think will be the winger of the Spurs side? That's too hard to guess, Rohan, if I'm honest. It's too hard to guess, mate. What's your Newcastle Girona at the moment? Isaac toying with those poor Girona defenders. Wouldn't mind getting Isaac in at some point. Can tell you that. Hey, it's going to cost a big money. He's really, really raw, but very electric. Yeah, true. So look, quick roundup. Emerson, 4-year deal, option extend with another year. Solanke, 6-year contract, starting his medical, I believe, tonight. Kulu's interest from Newcastle. They are interested, but we're not going to be moving. Reguilon and Barcelona, there is interest there. So we'll keep an eye on that front. Obviously, quite a few players back for the game tomorrow. And obviously, thank you all for subscribing and passing 3,000 subscribers. We've had some business opportunities already handed. Well, not handed, but people reached out to me over this week. So the channel's growing, and you never know, it might start to be a career. But yes, since Nettles left, I think Bakayoko's a shout. Edwards potentially a shout on Marcus Edwards, but I don't know. I don't know Marcus Edwards. I think they'll go bigger. Hit the like, people. Warren. Shout out Warren for everyone hitting the likes there. Wouldn't mind going for Noosa no, not Fatty. He was rubbish for Brighton. Absolutely rubbish. We did well not to get him in. Kulu and Isaac are great friends. It's not an impossible move. It's it's not an impossible move, but they would have to spend a hell of a lot of money to get him away from us. And they apparently need to sell before that happens, so it's unlikely. Definitely not Donna. So yeah, thank you all very much for joining me this evening. Enjoy the rest of your Fridays. Get out of here. Stop seeing me. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Enjoy the rest of your mornings, by the way, if obviously the people that are in their mornings. All right. And I will see you all tomorrow to speak more Spurs. Enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy the start of your weekends. And I'll see you soon. Take care all. See you later.